Some things should stay buried, some doors should never be opened, and some whispers are not meant for human ears. Jason Carter didn't believe in curses. He didn't believe in ancient warnings, myths, or spirits guarding the dead. He was a treasure hunter, a man of logic, of adventure. He had spent decades scouring the world for lost relics, selling pieces of history to the highest bidder. But this time was different. This wasn't just another forgotten temple. This wasn't just another tomb. This was something else. Deep in the Sahara, beyond any marked archaeological site, Jason had stumbled upon something hidden beneath centuries of shifting sands. An unmarked burial chamber, untouched, unseen, unknown. The entrance had been sealed shut, with massive stone slabs, carved with symbols he couldn't decipher. His local guides refused to go near it. They warned him, told him stories of a cursed king, a forgotten deity, something older than the pharaohs themselves. But Jason didn't listen. It took him hours to clear the entrance, chipping away at the stone, prying it open just enough to squeeze through. The moment he stepped inside, the air changed. Heavy, thick, wrong. It wasn't just the stale scent of decay. It was something deeper, something alive. The silence wasn't empty. It was watching. And then, the whispers began. At first, they were faint. A trick of the wind, perhaps. But with each step he took, they grew louder. Not in his ears, but in his mind. Leave. Do not wake it. It waits. But Jason kept going. The tunnel twisted downward, deeper than any tomb he had ever seen. The walls were lined with hieroglyphs. Not Egyptian. Something older, more primitive. He traced his fingers over them, and for a brief second, they felt warm, like something pulsed beneath the stone. And then, his boot struck something brittle. He looked down. Bones. Not just a few. Not just scattered remains. Hundreds of them. Twisted. Broken. Some with fingers still curled mid-scream. Not buried. Piled. As if whatever had killed them had no interest in a proper burial. Jason swallowed hard. But he wasn't one to turn back. He had come too far. And then, at the end of the tunnel, he saw it. A sarcophagus. But not like any he had seen before. It was massive, carved from a single slab of Kun's black stone, darker than the shadows around it. Symbols etched deep covered its surface. But the most terrifying part? The lid was slightly open. Not enough for something to crawl out, but just enough for something to breathe. Jason hesitated, the voices in his head screaming now, louder, overlapping, pushing, pulling. Do not open it. But Jason had spent his life defying warnings. With trembling fingers, he placed his hands on the lid and pushed. The moment it moved, the tomb exhaled. A rush of air, not stale, not old, but warm. As if something inside had been waiting. The whispers stopped, silence, and then the first sound, Uyori scratch. From inside the sarcophagus, then another, and then a hand emerged. Long, thin, not human, not flesh. The fingers splintered at the tips, splitting into writhing tendrils, curling against the stone. And then it rose. A shape. Not quite man, not quite beast. Its form shifted, shadows twisting around its body like smoke trapped in water. It had no face, no eyes, just an empty void, shifting, stretching, as if it were trying to become something. Jason couldn't move. And then it spoke, not with a voice, not with words, but inside his mind. You have woken me, and now you will take my place. Jason tried to run. His legs didn't move. The thing reached out, its shadow stretching toward him like fingers on the walls. He screamed, but the tomb swallowed the sound. The last thing he saw was his own reflection in the creature's formless body, his own face, his own terror, fading into the void. 3 weeks later, a search team found the tomb. Jason was gone. His camera? Still recording, its battery somehow still full. The footage? Just static. But deep within the noise, beneath the distortion, if you listen closely, you can hear his voice. It's awake. And it's hungry.